Ladies and gentlemen, tonight we will be celebrating the Lifetime Achievement Award. Now, I'd like to welcome Irene Magu to just join us up on stage so that she can be able to read the citation of the winner of this particular category.
Mpigeni Irene makofi jamani. You can do better than that. Thank you.
Good evening, distinguished guests, my fellow creatives, ladies and gentlemen. I was told to keep this short, but it's quite a dangerous instruction when you're asked to speak about somebody who's been in this industry longer than some of us have had careers, and definitely longer than some of us have had email addresses. So I'll try Amina, but I won't promise. Tonight, we are not just celebrating a career, we are celebrating a builder. Because there are people who tell stories, and then there are people who tell stories and create storytellers. Our honoree belongs firmly in the second category. Thank you, Amina. Your Excellency, as we celebrate the remarkable legacy, we also take a moment to speak to the future of the industry our honoree spent decades building. As a line producer, Mr. President, I can confirm and confidently assure you this industry is a money-making machine if only it's fueled fairly. For years, we have faced challenges from royalties to policy gaps to delayed legislation and limited funding structures. Mr. President, before film became an industry, before budgets had commas, he was already there, figuring it out, making it work, and believing it could be done. Where others saw ordinary life, he saw film sets. Where others saw idle youth, he saw cast and crew. Where others saw limitation, he saw possibility. Not with millions, but with belief. Belief that a camera could change a life, belief that a story could feed a family, and believe that Kenya could tell their own stories her own way. And if you've ever worked with him, you already know his famous hashtag, film is a serious business. But beyond this seriousness, there is heart. Because he has poured into people, mentoring them, teaching them, guiding. Many of us carry his influence in how we tell our stories and even how we keep going, especially when everything is falling apart, which in our world, filmmakers, it's normally shoot day two. At the heart of this legacy is not just the work, it is also the people. What was once an ordinary has become extraordinary, a living, breathing ecosystem of creativity, opportunity, and hope. That is the legacy. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much, Irene. And I know she barely lets the cat out of the bag. So, Your Excellency, I know all of us are eager to find out who is the winner of the Lifetime Achievement Award. We'd like the envelope to come up on stage. And with that, we'd like to request all of us to be upstanding because we are celebrating a giant in the industry.
You're absolutely right, Lotan. A legend who saw the vision, who saw this industry for what it could be, not for what it was many, many years ago.
Your Excellency.
Your Excellency.
Ready?
Drum rolls.
Lifetime Achievement Award. And the winner is, where are the drums? John Karanja.
Ladies and gentlemen, John Karanja! Please a round of applause for John as he makes his way to the stage from right here in the middle. From Riverwood, we have the legendary John Karanja, ladies. So please celebrate him. The 2026 Lifetime Achievement Awardee. Wapi makofi yake John Karanja, ladies and gentlemen. Please put your hands together, ladies and gentlemen, for John Karanja. There we have it.
Congratulations.
There we have it. A behemoth in the industry.
Lazima useme mawili matatu. Congratulations. You may
kindly take your seats.
I have a lot of things to say, but we were told those people who wear suits actually should keep their conversations very short because the suit is talking on their behalf. I've been in the industry for the last 30 years. This year I celebrated my 50th birthday, and today it is also a birthday for me because this is the very first award I've ever won.
Oh.
Wow. Wow.
I have my students in the house, and I celebrate them so much. Thank you, Christine. I celebrate them so much. But what I have to say, Your Excellency, piracy has been spoken as one of the problems we have. But we have a bigger problem. The bigger problem is money. I will just cut to the chase. The industry requires money. We need KFC, actually, if it was possible, we would have it actually shifted to the Ministry of Finance so that we can be able to get money directly and what we require every year so that we can be able to have this kind of awards so that we can be able to develop the programs that we have at KFC is about maybe 10 billion Kenya shillings per year. That can do miracles. But if we can get at least $1 billion, the programs at KFC can escalate and move to the next level of creative industry. There is something as a teacher I usually say. I operate with what we call the red concept. Revolution, evolution, and now, like you have spoken, we are moving to devolution. So what we need for that to happen is, I insist, money. So if in this budget we can get the 10 billions, I believe the creatives here can be able to win the Oscars.
Yes.
We can be able to make at least 10 good movies every year. We can make Kalasha the Oscars of Africa, and we can be able actually to make Kenya a bigger economy in terms of film, more than Nigeria, more than South Africa. We can also require so that these creatives can be able to move to the next level. We can also be able maybe to have KBC having a department of filmmaking so that we can have a BBC of a kind. KBC can be able to promote the creatives we have here in a very, very big way. So, Your Excellency, as I had my speech, what the industry requires is money.
Thank you very much.
Once you get the money, you should actually celebrate that because what we require is money.
Oh my God.
The industry requires money so that these creatives can be able to make even more creatives happy, and they can be able to build an industry which will be the best, not just in this world, but even all over the universe. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
God bless creatives. Long live Kalasha, and thank you so much, people, for this award. Thank you.
Thank you
Thank
very much.
you.
Please, one more time, ladies and gentlemen.
Spoken like a true legend.
Thank you.
John
Oh,
has said, what does the industry need? We need support of? Your Excellency, amesema there are very many Lupita Nyong'os in here. We just need the opportunity, and we need money for those opportunities. the creative economy can really grow. I will see you. Wapi makofi. If you're in agreement, thank you.
Absolutely. Your Excellency, thank you so much for being with us. Please a round of applause for His Excellency. And at this particular juncture, I'd like to welcome Mr. Mike Gitonga to join us up.